I'm not gonna lie, I have done like 3 or 4 takes of this, and I finally decided to use my vlogging camera in order to do this. I have something that's been on my mind for many months actually, especially over the last couple of months, especially because of my autism. I have autism. I'm high-functioning autism spectrum. There's something that's been really bothering me a lot, and I see this thing that I'm about to talk about a lot when I play Minecraft and when I'm playing on the server with a bunch of other people, recording for my episodes for this Minecraft series that I'm making. So today I actually just barely got done making a collab video with one of the other members on the server, who we decided to, instead of doing what we originally planned, which was to create or at least plan out the idea of the garden that we want to make, instead we went and pranked someone. Now that's okay, it's totally fine to be pranking everyone, it's all fun and games, it's just a game, it doesn't matter. But I realized this time especially really hard, and I'm doing this recording right now more because I need to get this off my mind really quickly, and I can't write it down. It's too deep and extensive to write down. But while I was recording, I was thinking to myself during doing the prank, putting the prank together, that I am exhausted from doing things the way people expect me to, the way that I'm supposed to do it. Because for me, being on the autism spectrum, all I know is that I've been diagnosed with it, and I recognize that there are some things that I've been having to deal with since I was very little and still continue to struggle with, but I've learned some things to cope with it, or to help manage it or deal with it a little bit better, but it's still a struggle, because I mean, you can't take away autism. But the thing that I noticed there was that I'm reacting to things because that's what I was taught, is how you react to like a normal person. This is how you react in a certain situation. This is how you this is like when you laugh. This is when you recognize that someone is sad, and here's how you help them, or you acknowledge that they help let them know that you understand what they're going through, that they're sad, or that they're upset, or that they're done talking to you and you should probably stop talking or go away. Like, it just depends on the situation. Like, I learned how to do that, but at the same time, I still feel like I have lost a very important part of myself. So this very, very, very important part of myself is, well, essentially who I am, which is reacting the way I would react. Now, I won't say that I won't disregard any of the things that I've learned, but the certain situations, especially in this collab that I did, I was laughing, but I was laughing because I thought and knew that it was appropriate for me to laugh, and so I would laugh. But it wasn't real, it wasn't genuine. And I'm tired of not being genuine. So I want to be doing something more where if I'm gonna laugh, I'm gonna laugh because it's funny to me. Or I'm going to say something or do something because I genuinely thought that that is what I should do to react. Like that, like, not that I thought that that's how I should react, but that this is how I was going to react. And this is so hard. What am I trying to say? So essentially, I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm going to be that oddball that doesn't always react or laugh or say or do something after something happens, obviously depending on the situation, but I'm going to be that oddball. I mean, that's just what I'm thinking right now. Even during like social interactions, I'm thinking about like a million different things in my head to go, okay, in this situation, they said this, so I could react a number of these different ways, and then I have to pick which one is the one that would be most appropriate, whether that's narrowing it down to like 2 or 3, and then from those 2 or 3, then I narrow it down to what I feel like might yield the best result for the situation that is happening right in front of me. And I can think about this because I've practiced this and I've done this throughout my whole life and learned how to do it, that I can pretty much do it nearly in a split second. Sometimes it takes me longer, but since it's a social situation, interaction, I have the time to think. So I'm like both listening to what they're saying, watching what's happening, and then responding to that in my brain, taking that information into my brain, and then filtering out what's going on and picking out the most important parts to go, okay, based on this information, I could react to it this way, or I could say this, or I could relate to it this way. I'm thinking about a million different options in my head to just be normal and fit in with social interactions and everything. And it's frustrating, and it, like, right now I feel like I want to cry because it's so annoying and it's so exhausting and it's so frustrating that I'm so tired of it. But I've been trying and searching for who I am, and because I've just grown up the way I've grown up, I don't know anything different. I have to look for information in order to find what I'm looking for, to learn and understand actually what is autism and how does that look for me, what does that look like for me. I don't know what that looks like for me, because to me that's just how it's always been in my entire life. I've never known anything different. I want to pick that up. I want to have a more solid list of understanding what does it mean that I have autism, and how do I work with that. And being on the autism spectrum, how do I bring myself back into that? Not to disregard anything that I've learned, but to say that, okay, reacting this way is what I'm expected to do, but if I react this way, this is how I naturally would respond, and it is appropriate in the situation to respond this way. This is how I'm going to respond. Not this way, because this way is how everybody taught me I should react and respond. Because that's the norm, that's the social cue. I don't know if any of this is making sense. I don't know if I've said all of what I want to say, but I'm just tired, and I want you guys to know that the way I'm going to react, or the way I'd like to be able to react, all I ask is just support and understanding that I might not react the way you would expect, because you're not on the autism spectrum and you're more or less normal compared to me. And so don't be alarmed, and just bear with me if I do actually follow through with what I'm saying I want to do and want to accomplish. I think my thoughts are run dry, but that's just some thoughts that I've had, and it's nice to be able to get it out. But I'm just tired of reacting and doing things the way that other people expect me to, and I want to do things because I want to. All right, so that's the end of my little rant. I don't know what you should take from it, if there's anything to take from it. I guess let me know what you think, and maybe what your thoughts are, if you feel so inclined. Thank you.